All right, first things first. The self-appointed commissioner of tennis wants to make one thing very clear. He is a strong advocate of same-sex marriage. I actually don't see any reason why we shouldn't give them the right to be as miserable as everyone else. Margaret Court is a legend in our sport, with 24 Grand Slam singles titles and 62 overall. Okay, most of them were before the Open era, but who's counting? 34 to be exact. And she did lose the first battle of the sexes to Bobby Riggs. Hold on. She lost to Bobby Riggs, and then Billie Jean King beat the shit out of Bobby. Now I think I know where that hatred may come from. Margaret Court is telling us tennis is full of lesbians. The way I see it, there are three options regarding this statement. Number one, this is true, and who gives a f***? Number two, this is not true, and who should give a f***? And number three, this is half true, and should we really give a f***? As for renaming the court that bears her name in Melbourne Park, the jury is still out. The self-appointed commissioner of tennis might have a viable solution. Keep the name. And when same-sex marriage becomes legal in Australia, I will personally call my good friend Elton John to host the biggest same-sex mass wedding ceremony ever seen in Margaret Court Arena. Margaret, that's just the kind of guy I am. Margaret Court, Nastase. In the last few weeks, you seem to have brought tennis back into the dark ages. So, by the power bestowed upon me as a self-appointed commissioner of tennis, I now pronounce you man and wife. Oh, and Margaret, one last thing. Don't get all worked up about Del Potro holding a crying Almagro in his arms. It's not what you think. It's just a decent human being consoling a friend in distress. We all need more of that these days. Just a decent human being doing a decent thing. Do you know how hard it is still to come out in 2017? Just think about that. Elton, yeah, pack your bags. We're heading to Australia, Melbourne.